Panthers, oh Panthers, whatever will we do? Alright, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing our mock draft 1.0. It is me, Carter, today, and this is my prediction mock draft for 2023. Let's get started. At number 1, I think this is a pretty simple pick. I think this can go one of two ways, either Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, but I definitely think that the Panthers will go with best quarterback available, and that is Bryce Young. Second overall, I think the Texans will definitely go with the second best quarterback in this draft, which in my opinion is CJ Stroud. And third overall, you could make an argument for Jalen Carter out of Georgia, but I just think because of some of the character issues that he's shown, he's going to drop. So I'm going with Will Anderson Jr. out of Alabama. Fourth, I think the Indianapolis Colts will definitely select a quarterback. It is their definite need. And I think they'll go with Anthony Richardson because he absolutely showed out at the Combine. He impressed. He did amazing things at the Combine. So I think he's the third best quarterback in this draft. At number 5, this may seem like a shock to some people, but I have Tyree Wilson, edge out of Texas Tech, going to them because, in my opinion, he is the second best defensive player in this draft. He is incredible. I've seen some of his highlights. He is amazing. Definitely think he's going 5 to Seattle. At number 6, we have the Lions. I think this is where Jalen Carter finally gets picked. He definitely, sloped out because of character issues and stuff. So I have him going 6 to the Lions. At number 7, this is simple pick for me, at least. I think if you're the Raiders, you go with BPA, which is also your best need. And that is quarterback Will Levis. I think he definitely, kind of fell off after this past season. He didn't do that well. So you could say that they skip him, but I think he's definitely going to get picked here. At number 8, this is a really hard pick in my opinion. You really don't know who's going to go. But in my opinion, I think that they go with Quentin Johnson. They need another wide receiver behind Drake London, and I think he is the best wide receiver in this class. So I think they go with Quentin Johnson. At number 9, I think you pair up the Ohio State Brethren. So I think you have Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's just an amazing wide receiver. I absolutely love watching him. And I think pairing him up with Justin Fields and DJ Moore will be absolutely electric. At number 10, the Eagles need a cornerback. At the time of recording this, Darius Slay wants out. They have a ton of free agents that they need to sign. So I think that they go with who absolutely showed out in the Combine. They go with Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon. At number 11, I definitely see the Tennessee Titans going with BPA. And in my opinion, the person who really stands out here is Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa. He is an incredible player. I'm impressed by him all the time. So we're going with Lucas Van Ness. At number 12, you have the Texans' second pick in this first round. And I'm going to keep this plain and simple. I think they just go with, they need another corner behind Derek Stingley, so I think they go with Devin Witherspoon. At number 13, the Jets go BPA. They just go Peter Skronsky, Northwestern. He's an incredible O-lineman. I could even see him going 9 to the Bears, but I think he goes here at 13. Patriots, in my opinion, are one of the most needy teams of all, but I think they definitely love Kalijah Kancey. I see him being amazing for them, but I think that they also could go for other options. I just think that Kalijah Kancey is the best option. Number 15 is the Packers. I think, in my mind, I think they're going to lose Rodgers, so they probably would need a quarterback unless they ride with Jordan Love. But I think that they will go with Brian Brees out of Clemson. He's better than Nolan Smith, in my opinion, and they need some help in the front seven. Next up is Washington. I think that Washington can go pretty much anywhere. I don't know why one of their number one needs is quarterback when they have Taylor Heinicke. I love him, so we'll see how that goes. But I think they go with some secondary help, and they get Joey Porter Jr., who is one of the best corners in this entire draft. Really did good at the combine. I really appreciate his talent, so I think he'll go to Washington. At number 17, this is a pretty simple pick, in my opinion, for the Steelers. They need O-line help, so they just go with the best tackle available, and that is Paris Johnson Jr. He is incredible, and I am excited to see what he can do in the league. At number 18, I think the Lions go for somebody in the secondary, and that, in my opinion, the best one in the secondary is Deonte Banks. That is available right now, cornerback out of Maryland. I think he can play better than Brian Branch, so going with him. This one is a bit different. I see the Bucs actually trading back, and the team that they are going to trade back with is the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs will give up pick 123, 95, and 256. They move up so they can select somebody to help them in the front seven, and that is Nolan Smith. Seattle's second pick in the draft. Keep in mind they already got Tyree Wilson, edge. I think they continue to go defense, in my opinion. I think Brian Branch finally gets selected here, so we're going to go with him. Number 21, the Chargers. It's not that they have holes everywhere, but I think one of their main needs is somebody to help them in the receiving room. I think Keenan Allen's getting old, and if they can get another homegrown wide receiver, that can really help them. So I actually have them going with Jordan Addison. He is one of the best wide receivers in this class, so I have him going here. Number 22 is the Ravens. This is a pretty simple pick, in my opinion. they need wide receivers, so they go with the second best wide receiver, and that is Zay Flowers. Vikings, the world-renowned Chokers, they need help in pretty much all defensive positions, so I have them getting Myles Murphy out of Clemson. The Jacksonville Jaguars need pretty much all O-line help, so I'm actually going to give them Broderick Jones from Georgia. I think he's better than Anton Harrison, and he can really help them. The New York Giants need a tight end, so I think they go with Dalton Kool-Aid. The Cowboys, I think they would like to take somebody from the defensive side to kind of relieve Micah Parsons. Not that he needs it, but I think it can help to distract. So they go with Will McDonald IV. At number 27, the Bills need O-line. They need some O-line help to help Josh Allen protect so he can sling the ball like that polar bear with a rocket launcher that he is. So they give him Anton Harrison. The Bengals, this pick can go pretty much anywhere, but I actually see them getting Bijan Robinson. He is best halfback in this class, and I see them either trying to replace Joe Mixon or get him as a backup to grow whenever they get rid of him. So that's why they get Bijan Robinson. At 29, you have the Saints. And if I'm being honest, the Saints are kind of an iffy team because they're kind of just mid. You don't really know who they need. And there's no really good secondary for right now. So I think they actually get Felix and Dyke Uzama. I think he is the best for them in this group. So yeah. At number 30, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. If I'm not wrong, they picked earlier in this draft, and they picked Christian Gonzalez, corner. And here, I see them getting a solid 3 wide receiver in Josh Downs out of North Carolina. And finally, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They need a quarterback. I do not care if they get anyone in free agency, they need a quarterback. And so they go with who, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in this draft that is available right now. That is Hendon Hooker. So the final pick in this mock draft, pick 31 by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is Hendon Hooker. So there you have it. That is my mock draft 1.0.